King Charles brushed off a member of the public's comments about Prince Harry with a chuckle as he arrived at the University of East London today. The monarch, 73, was met with cheers as he stepped out of his black Rolls-Royce at the premises this afternoon. As the royal greeted members of the institution who were standing outside the building, a student in the crowd was heard yelling, "Please bring back Harry." At first, the monarch did not hear what the member of the public and asked a member of his team for clarification. An aide told him, "Harry, your son." Appearing unbothered by the mention of the Duke of Sussex, who unleashed fresh bombshells on the royal family with his memoir Spare last month, King chuckled and said, "Oh." The King visited the University of East London to mark the institution's 125th anniversary. During their tour of the university, King Charles also opened their new frontline medical teaching hub. Earlier today, the monarch made a trip to Brick Lane in East London for the first time since becoming king. The King and Queen consort were treated to a warm welcome as they travelled to Brick Lane in East London this morning. The couple met with the movers and shakers of the London Bangladeshi community, visiting charities and businesses. They also met individuals who were actively involved in the anti-racism movement of the 1960s and 1970s. The couple were welcomed by dancers in traditional clothes with basket of flowers as they walked down the historic East London street. For her day out, Queen consort Camilla looked elegant in a white coat and black boots, while the sovereign looked dapper in a large dark grey coat. The couple were escorted out of their car to rapturous applause from members of the public. They were soon led down the street by 4 dancers and musicians carrying flowers, platters and music instruments. During their visit of the neighbourhood, Charles and Camilla met with pupils at a look school who were enthusiastically waving Union Jacks. The schoolgirls, dressed in their purple school uniforms, were seen chuckling as they talked to the royal couple. King Charles and Queen consort Camilla also planted a tree during their visit while locals looked on. The Queen consort looked elegant in a white coat she paired with black suede boots and leather black gloves. Her platinum locks gleamed in the February sun as she stepped out in East London. Meanwhile, the King looked dapper in the large black dark coat he wore over a blue suit, white shirt and lilac tie. The visit comes as the King has shared his thoughts and special prayers with those affected by the tragic earthquake disaster in Turkey yesterday. In a heartfelt message to the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the King said he was profoundly saddened by the devastation caused. "My wife and I have been most shocked and profoundly saddened by the news of the devastating earthquakes in southeast Turkey," His Majesty said. "I can only begin to imagine the scale of suffering and loss as a result of these dreadful tragedies, and I particularly wanted to convey our deepest and most heartfelt sympathy to the families of all those who have lost their loved ones." His words comes after more than 7,800 were killed in the 7.8 magnitude quake and its aftermath, with 5,894 fatalities in Turkey and at least 1,932 in Syria. During their visit of the neighbourhood, Charles and Camilla met with pupils at a look school who were enthusiastically waving Union Jacks. But the World Health Organization, WHO, warns that the toll could soar to as much as 20,000 amid efforts to rescue those still trapped under the rubble. More than 23 million could also be affected across the 2 countries, according to WHO assessments. King Charles continued, "Our thoughts and special prayers are with everyone who has been affected by this appalling natural disaster, whether through injury or the destruction of their property, and also with the emergency services and those assisting in the rescue efforts." Earlier tonight, a team of 77 search and rescue specialists, state-of-the-art equipment and 4 dogs arrived in Turkey from the UK. The plane arrived in the city of Gaziantep, southeast Turkey, to assist current rescue efforts. Teams from the US will also arrive tomorrow in the southeastern province of Aegean to focus on urban search and rescue following the tragedy. But aid to quake-hit Syria has been slowed by sanctions and damage caused to the sole border crossing used to shuttle aid from Turkey into the country.